simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. Last year's Iron Bowl is pretty much what we've come to expect when it's in Tuscaloosa, as scripted as it was a year ago. The drama you tend to find when they play at Jordan-Hare, but there's no mistaking the intensity no matter where these two get together.
Yeah, and Auburn didn't play their best, but this rivalry always provides fun. Like, there's some way, somehow, it shouldn't happen. Where it's played has always mattered. It seems like it will swing the pendulum a little bit, but a lot of hate in the Iron Bowl. The state of Alabama, you're either on one side or the other, and it's usually not friendly. This will be a fun game to watch.
I feel like this is the rivalry game that consistently provides the most drama at the end of every season. That's why it's so much fun to watch. Last year when these guys played, Peyton Thorne threw for over 300 yards, but it wasn't close to enough. They need more balance. They can't turn the football over if they're going to get this win over their hated in-state rival.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. He'll do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the Auburn Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm
turning it on! That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around and talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Makes it past the marker. Dashing the knee on the right. Touchdown, Tiger! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be...
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. they tried to play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got it. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Auburn.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Grabbed over the middle, it's Cuevas. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Second down coming up. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Kick is on its way. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Auburn.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other.
Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Now, you You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Lost a throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Bernard. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Caught over the middle, it's Coleman. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Pocket breaking down. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Hauls in the deep ball. Touchdown, Alabama! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Daniels. The sure hands, it's Singleton. At the 40, there he goes. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Wants to throw on 3rd. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's Cobb. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Auburn lines up quickly. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thompson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Auburn offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. They make the stop with a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. They'll run it from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Auburn extends his lead as the Tigers Tigers are turning back the tide.
And I give credit to Auburn, too. It seems like every year when these two teams play, it doesn't really matter what Auburn has done leading into this game. They are able, time and time again, to play their best when they play against the Tide. They're doing it again here in the second half.
And I hate the cliche throw the records out, but it does matter in this game. Why? Both these schools in the same state. They hate each other. The fans hate each other. Got recruited by the same schools. There is nothing about these two teams that like each other.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this.
Wide open spaces. The 30. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To throw, it's Daniels. That's caught. It's Howard. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on second and long. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Caught behind the line. It's Howard. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earned their letter. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and they back it up here.
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Back to throw. It's Simpson. Hauls it in. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Horton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Under fire. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
Well, it hasn't always been that easy for the quarterback. He's been sacked a few times early on, and I don't know if he was expecting to have that much time from the pocket, surveying the field. His feet just never seemed to get settled, and I think that's what forced the inaccurate throw and incompletion.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They want to throw it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense might bring the house here. Going to sling it on second down. Under fire. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown. Touchdown, Bama! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Alabama, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Daniels. Time to take a shot. Snags it down the right side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Called the fake, and he wants to throw. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Young. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Russell. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
this quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late.
He breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Alabama pushing the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Adams. What a cut. Now he's loose. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lets it fly. Touchdown time. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Got it in the middle. It's Howard. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play. And a 1st down just outside the red zone. New set of downs after the completion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Makes one man miss. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Looking for the score. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. He's going for the goal line. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Alabama, 28.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to throw, it's Russell. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So here comes the Auburn offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it on the outside. It's Howard. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. To the air, it's Russell. Back open in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will fly, and it is an orange and blue game as Auburn takes down the Tide in the Iron Bowl. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've